Hello and welcome back to my series I Make Things from HYPIXEL SKYBLOCK, where today we're taking a look at the explosive bow from HYPIXEL SKYBLOCK. And it's not just a basic version that's just a display with lore. No, this is the actual working version that will let you shoot explosive arrows, and it's so badass. And the best thing is that it's in completely vanilla Minecraft, with just commands and redstone, no data packs, no mods, and no plugins. So yeah, I am going to show you how you make it over there in a while, but first I'm going to show you what explosive bow you're going to get. So as you can see here, I just placed a normal command block, and when I tap this button, I'm gonna get the rapid explosive bow. Looking like this, it's a very basic, the basic skyblock enchantments. It's not recombobulated, no ultimate enchantments, and no really special reforge. But I like, it's a solid bow, although it's not the best in the world. And the command here is the first command on top of the document in the text document in the description, labeled explosive bow commands. So that's where you're gonna get all the commands for this video, because it's way too many commands to put in the description alone. So yeah, as you can see here, I have the rapid explosive bow, and over here you can see that I have a block of TNT. And you might ask, why is there a block of TNT? Well, it's because I've made it so that when you shoot the bow normally, it's just gonna act like a normal bow with some extra damage. And this TNT block, actually what it does is when you drop it, you can toggle the ability of the explosive bow. So you can see now I turn it off, and then when I drop it, I turn it on again, and I can do that again and again. But actually you don't have to have any special TNT block. You can just get a normal block of TNT and it's still gonna work doing the toggle thing. You can also actually just craft a block of TNT. As you can see, if I take a crafting table and some sand, I don't know how to do this efficiently, and some gunpowder. Let's get 5 gunpowder. You're gonna see that if I craft just a block of TNT like this, it's still just going to trigger the ability toggle. I drop it and you can still see that it toggles. So yeah, that's very easy to do, and you can see that when the toggle is off, I can shoot completely normally like a bow. I hit the target block and it acts just like a normal arrow. And you can also see that if I try to shoot this skeleton, it's going to take a lot of damage, and that's because, oh well, it started raining. I'm gonna do something about that. That's because there's power and snipe and extra damage and strength on this bow, so it's not just some, and also crit damage, so I guess that adds to damage too. So it's not just a basic boring bow when you don't have the toggle bow ability, it just has some extra damage, and it also has infinity. So if I take one arrow, put it in my inventory, I can also go into survival mode, and you can see that if I take the bow, I can still shoot. So infinity is a very useful enchantment, and you can also see it doesn't use any durability, so this bow is going to last forever, which is pretty neat if you ask me. But I know you all been wondering, what does it look like when the ability is on? So if I try to shoot the target block now, you're gonna see it's not gonna be completely the same result. That's a pretty big explosion. That's pretty cool. But yeah, basically it just you shoot an arrow, and if it does not hit a mob within the first 0.8 seconds or 8 redstone ticks, it's going to blow everything in the radius of maybe 4 or 5 blocks, and it's really big explosion. I think it's slightly bigger than a creep explosion, for example. But as I said that if you hit a mob, it doesn't work the same way because the arrow has to still be an arrow entity for the explosion to work. So I can hit the pig, it just acts like a normal arrow, but come on, that's pretty efficient in killing too. It's like very much damage, so I think you're gonna be good hitting mobs too. But yeah, I know what you've all been waiting for, so now I am going to explain the commands. So yeah, I know what you're thinking, this looks like a lot, but trust me, it is much easier than it looks. And to prove that, I am going to go in a completely new world and make the commands all from scratch with the document, the first document linked in the description. So yeah, let's go into a new world, we'll make it creative, let's do easy difficulty, allow cheats on, and then we'll do a super flat world without structures. Let's make this world and let's do some commanding. So the first thing you're going to do is do /give at p, or just your username, a command block. And of course it doesn't have to be a super flat world, and it also works in peaceful. So I think I'm just going to set the difficulty to peaceful for now because the slimes are really annoying. So first you're going to make a structure like this, a tower by 4 command blocks, the same again. Oh wait, I did it wrong. The arrows have to be pointing upwards, just so you know that. And then another tower of 4. And then 1 command block here, and then you're going to get some other blocks. You're going to get a stone block, 1 observer, and a redstone repeater. And what you're going to do now is place your stone blocks like this, place 2 stone blocks here, destroy this one, place an observer like that, so that when you break this stone block, you'll see that the eyes of the observer is pointed up here. And then you place 2 more command blocks here. Now this is the structure you should be left with. Oh, and by the way, you have to place the redstone repeaters here too. And you can adjust how many ticks it should be before the arrow explodes. I like 8 ticks, but you can also do 2 ticks or 3 ticks. You can do whatever you want. You can also extend this right here, so you move these 2 command blocks way over here, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do it like this. And then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna make some commands in the chat before we start working with the command blocks. So you can go into the document, it's labeled as pre-commands, and the 3 commands are the 3 pre-commands. That sounded weird. This one, and then we have this one right here, and then the last one right there. So that's the 3 pre-commands, and then you're also going to want to force load all the chunks that you've placed your command blocks in. So you can hold in F3 and tap G. You're now gonna see some boundaries around here, and what you're gonna do is force load add in those 2 squiggly lines when you're standing in each chunk you have the command blocks in. So all command blocks inside this boundary, you should stand inside the boundary and use this command. And I also had to do it over here because this is in the chunk next to it, but I don't have to do the chunk over here because there's no command block I placed in here. So yeah, that was all the pre-commands. So now we're gonna start to put the command into the command block. And you can see in the document that all the command block commands are labeled saying, for example, command block 1, and then it says repeat and conditional always active. So that means that this command block number 1 should be on repeat here, and conditional here and always active here. So it should turn blue. And now I'm going to label all of these command blocks so you can see which command block is which. Okay, so now I labeled every single one of the command blocks, and I'm gonna go slowly through it with the numbers, because that is very important so you place the correct command in the correct command block. But before I do that, I am going to put the repeat and conditional always active, these things, to the correct thing, and that is also labeled under what number the command block has in the document. So I'm just going to skip that and I'll come back to you when I've done that. Okay, so now I have put every single of these criteria on the correct thing, and it's very easy to get wrong, so if you get it wrong, feel free to just reset and start all over. It's not gonna take too long. So now you can see that these 4 bottom ones are colored blue because they all are on repeat, and these 9 here are green, that one is green, and this one is orange. But yeah, now I'm going to put the command of each number in each one, but before that I'm going to show you exactly what numbers are on which command blocks, so that you don't mess it up, because it is very easy to mess up. So I'm just going to go like this, and you can copy off exactly what it says. You can take your time, just pause the video if you want to, it's very important to get every single number correct, or the explosive bow is not going to work. So yeah, I assume you're either paused the video or has looked at all these numbers now. So now I am just going to fill in the commands in each one of the correct command blocks. So I'll see you when I've done that. Okay guys, so now I put every single of the commands in the correct command block, and in theory this should now be up and running completely fine. So let's test it. I'll get a block of TNT and I will drop it, and as you can see it says explosive bow toggle on, just like that. And now we can get a bow, of course, and we can try to shoot it, and as you can see it's going to blow up. So what I didn't actually tell you in the start of the video is that when you have the explosive toggle activated, every bow will actually have the explosive bow ability, but the normal bow doesn't have the power ability of the explosive bow, so you are going to want the explosive bow anyway. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of these command blocks. This can be wherever you want, it doesn't even have to be in a first loaded chunk, you can have multiple of them. But basically what it does is you can get the first command from the command file labeled explosive bow, and you can have it in impulse and conditional needs redstone block. You can have a button, and then you tap the button and you get the explosive bow. So with these two you have basically the perfect explosive bow for vanilla Minecraft. And of course you can untoggle it and try to shoot those pigs way over there, and it will probably one hit them. Okay, I didn't hit it, that's disappointing. But yeah, that was actually all. But one last thing, I use a kind of dumb system over here, and basically what it does, it has an observer right here and a command block over here that places a fern here, and it's going to get destroyed immediately, which makes this only tick so fast that this only gets activated once. And yeah, it's not really smart, but I am not too experienced with commands, to be honest, so there is some pretty dumb systems here. And what it basically means is that, oh, I don't have it activated. You can see now that if I fire, you can see a fern getting placed and instantly break. And what this means is that occasionally it is going to generate a seed. And what you can do to fix that is you can do a repeating command block, you place it here, and you can do kill at E, and whoa, I have caps lock on, my bad. And then you can do type and then item. But keep in mind that this will also kill every single item I drop on the ground. So that will also mean that if I drop the TNT, it just disappears. So that's not very smart, but I mean, it's kind of an effect of my stupid system. Maybe one day I'll fix it. But yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. And I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will enjoy using my explosive bow, because I have enjoyed so much making this bow. And at the end of the video, I just want to have a little I use the stones to destroy the stones moment. So yeah, have a good time until next time when my next video comes out. And there's also a world download in addition to the file commands, the command file in the description. So you can do a world download and get a world where the explosive bow works if you can't get it to work yourself. So yeah, that was all. Subscribe if you want to, and bye. Damn, that was really satisfying actually.